Jason, this is a good question. It comes up every now and then, and it seems like some people might read this and say, "Oh, that's a silly question, Jason. What do you mean?" But the answer is there isn't a worse ship in the fleet. They're like, there is not a ship in the fleet, Jason, that I will say nobody should go on. Not the case at all. However, I would tell people that there are ships that are probably not a great fit for you or your family. What do I mean by that is, Jason, if you're the kind of person who says, Matt, I want to have water slides, I want to have a zip line, I want to have a full Broadway show on my cruise ship, well, that's great. But, Mariner of the Seas wouldn't be a good fit for you. Brilliance of the Seas wouldn't be a good fit for you. Vision of the Seas wouldn't be a good fit for you, right? That doesn't mean that they're the worst ship. It just means it's not good for you. So it's really catering to the question you're really asking is, what you should be asking is, what are the things you, Jason, are looking for in a cruise ship? And then take those requirements, those needs, write them down even if you have to, and then look at which ships fit that and then go from there. So by doing this, you're actually avoiding a potential disappointment later on when you get on board and you're like, what do you mean there's not a rail promenade on the ship, or there isn't a full Broadway show, if that's important to you? Some people might say, other things are more important to them, obviously, but you get the idea. So it's a good question. It's just, it's not as, there isn't actually a worst ship, like a ship that everybody should avoid. It doesn't exist. They're all great ships right there. Vicky wants to know, Gabby, question for you. What's it like going to Adventure Ocean? We're taking my 8-year-old grandson on Mariner a week after you go.
Well, a tip is to annoy everyone.
No, that's not a good idea. That's a terrible idea.
And you want to win.
Win what?
All the competitions, especially the Gaga Ball tournament.
That's important, yes. Gaga Ball, I agree with.
Because
Skip the first one.
You can get medals.
You can get medal. That's true. Actually, there's a medal behind it. Where's my medal over there? Do you know where it is? I don't even. Oh, there it is. You can't take it down. So take it down the whole thing over there. But
gold medal right here.
Gold medal right there that I bought on eBay. Peter Clark, first time on Royal Caribbean and Oasis. What are some things I should not miss? Ooh, man. I would say check out. I mean, first of all, you have the full Broadway show Cats on board to be able to see. In fact, all the in the Aqua Theater, Aqua 80s, fantastic. There's a show in the ice skating rink. I mean, Studio B. See all the entertainment, because it is really good and worth your time. I would try especially a restaurant out or two. Try the zip line on board. Also on Oasis of the Seas, Peter, there are when you walk around the ship, you're going to notice these like tubes sticking out of the ground. They look like telescopes pointed into the ground. Each one is different. There's like some 40 some odd of them hidden around the ship. They're called the Small Wonders. Look for them. It's a good sea day activity. A lot of fun, whether for kids or for adults, quite frankly. 62 days till Adventure of the Seas. I learned last week on an Independence of the Seas that Adventure is in dry dock. Do you know they're adding Playmakers? My husband is still talking about those wings. They're not. There's certainly, Adventure was supposed to get upgrades in 2020 like other ships, but because of the pandemic, that never happened. So as a result, though those plans have been delayed, but no, she's just going in for under the hood work as far as we're aware of. So Aaron wants to know, does the Ultimate Beverage Package go on sale on Black Friday, Cyber Monday? It may or may not, Aaron. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Number one, if you know you want to buy the drink package or the dining package, book it now, lock in the price. I think a big mistake, people do this every year, is say, no, I'm going to wait for Black Friday, because in the past years, there may have been a deal on it. Doesn't matter. Book it now. Lock in the price now. If there is a better price on Black Friday or next week or next month, you can cancel your drink package, your dining package, and rebook automatically. Now, I'd be saying, well, Matt, why don't I just wait for Black Friday? Well, if there's a better price, there's a better price. If there's not, I'll just book it then. But sometimes the price goes up. Book it now, protect against a price increase, but still be able to take advantage of a price decrease. So that's my advice. Don't try to time a sale. That's honestly the best thing to do about it. Queensy, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Princess Gabby, I have kids and we're sailing Star Class in December. What would you ask the Genie for so I can give my kids ideas too?
Well, if the ship had hibachi, I'd ask for that because I can't go there.
That's right, because you have to be fully vaccinated to go to hibachi. So that's actually a really good suggestion.
I'd also order all the steak I can get because I can get it for free.
Do you think you could have a cholesterol problem at 10 years old?
I don't know.
Okay.
Probably.
Any other tips for what you would do in asking the Genie for?
Well, I know my sister would probably ask him for lots of pizza.
Lots of pizza. There you go. Massive Royal Caribbean fan, but lately I've been looking at celebrity offers. As a Royal Caribbean fan, would I be happy celebrity? what are the major differences? It's a good question, Devon. I've never been on Celebrity. Gabby hasn't been on Celebrity either. They're more similar than they're not. There are some noticeable differences to it. I don't have personal experience to share with you, but I have talked to a lot of folks who have tried both. I don't know if Kathy Constantine is in our chat right now, but I'm sure some people in chat can share their experiences. But in general, I think if you like roller coaster, probably like Celebrity, it's slightly different experience, but not too different. It's not like it's you're going on Cunard or something like that. Kirk wants to know, how much do cruise compasses change looking at the Royal Caribbean blog archives? The best plan. It's a great question, Kirk. So we keep an archive of past cruise compasses at royalcaribbeanblog.com, and the cruise compasses, don't change all that much, especially from week to week, Kirk. If you're comparing maybe a cruise ship today in 21 versus pre-pandemic, I would say there's going to be some noticeable differences. But going forward, if you're booked on a Mariner of the Seas cruise, a 3-night cruise at a Port Canaveral, it really doesn't change. They don't reinvent the wheel week after week. The only things that really truly change, Kirk, are the movie selection, obviously the particular comedian or whatnot, but the vast majority is pretty much good to go. So if you got one from 21, Kirk, and it's the same itinerary that you're booked on, you're probably going to get a very similar option on there. The Teresa McChain says, Gabby wants to know, is the non-alcoholic lava flow your favorite drink? You ever had that?
No.
Now, what's your favorite drink to get on a cruise ship? Like one that costs money?
A strawberry daiquiri.
Strawberry daiquiri. It's a good choice right there. Powerful female, any updates with Icon of the Seas? Nothing to report right now, actually. In June, they made an update about it, but that's about it. When it comes to new ships, Powerful female, Royal Caribbean generally focuses on one ship at a time. So they don't want you focusing on Icon because Icon doesn't come out for another couple of years. What they want you focused on right now today is Odyssey. And then when Wonder comes out, they'll want you to focus on that. And then, yes, Icon will get a lot of information about that at the proper time. What they don't want you to do is sit here in 2021 and say, ooh, that sounds Icon. Wow, all these details, great. This sounds amazing. I'm not going to go on a cruise until Icon. I'm going to move all my reservations to go to Icon in a couple of years. No, they want you to cruise now. Focus on what's now and then get excited for what's later. So there you go. Hope that makes sense. Tips for an Alaska cruise. Pack layers, Stacy. Assume every day you start off wearing like a t-shirt and then bring a warm layer like a fleece or a hoodie and then a waterproof layer. That's key right there. Also, planning excursions ahead of time. Don't try to wing it. It's not the place to wing excursions. I mean, you can, but it's much better to have plans ahead of time. That'd be my other recommendation. And if you can, don't buy them. But if you can get binoculars from like your parents or your siblings or a friend, bring binoculars with you. But I wouldn't spend the money to buy a good pair of binoculars. Just don't, unless you live on the West Coast and you're cruising like to Alaska all the time. I just don't think the ROI on that's going to be good on there. But a pair of binoculars is not bad. Betty, thank you for the super chat. Woo! Are there Keurig-type coffee makers in suites on Allure of the Seas? That's a great question. On the on Odyssey of the Seas, when we stayed in a 2-bedroom Grand, so you may have seen the video tour that we did. It wasn't a Keurig machine, it was just an espresso machine. In suites, there is some sort of a coffee machine in there. I can't promise you it's Keurig, but you will be able to make coffee of some kind in your room right there. So is there a Splashaway Bay on Allure of the Seas? There is not. Allure was supposed to get it as part of her amplification. Didn't happen in 2020. So she still has the old school H2O zone. The H2O zone is, you've probably seen photos of it, Jeanette, or maybe you haven't, I don't know. But it looks kind of like a Brito artwork. They're multicolored. Anyway, there's an area for kids to go splash. Remember the H2O zone? In fact, I know you remember. You know what your favorite thing in the H2O zone was? What? That the toilet bowl pool thing where you just swim around.
I love that. Does Mariner have that?
No, they got rid of that. I don't have that, so
That's
yeah.
sad.
Ainsley, thank you for the super chat. Knowledge I've gotten from you has earned me $1,000 off original junior suite price March Odyssey of the Seas. Fantastic! Wow, that's great. And that's a great. I'm going to use what Ainsley said here as a tip for everybody. When you book a cruise, you book your cruise and you get the price, but you can always change that price all the way up until final payment date and get money back. After final payment date, you got with the Cruise with Confidence program, while it is still active, you can actually still get price adjustments all the way up to 48 hours before you're sailing. So in Ainsley's case, great example of that. Ainsley, thank you for reminding us about that because that's a really important tip right there. I'm on Allure of the Seas in April next year, and Star Class doesn't mean I don't have to pay for drinks, restaurants, or activities on board the ship. Generally, I believe the answer is yes. Shore excursions still cost you extra. Let's keep that in mind. But yeah, you go to a dining, you order a drink, especially a restaurant, no cost there, including Starbucks, actually. So pretty much yes. Don't worry, your Genie will let you know anything that's, souvenirs as an example, not included, but they'll let you know the rules on that. Guys, really appreciate you guys, your generosity, and all of you joining us here on YouTube. Have a great rest of your week. Stay safe out there. Do something fun, like booking your cruise. And we'll talk again very soon, right here on YouTube. Bye, everybody.